What's the best memory of 50 Cent?
Best memory of 50 Cent? Ever since I met 50 Cent, he's always been stand up and probably the most truthful person I've ever met.
In making these accusations, in fact, the only thing that Demetrius was actually a victim. He got shot.
So he got to stab the guy. So I was like, oh man, so I got 2 knives. On the move, I go meet Meech. I said, listen, man, it's not gonna be a gang fight when you go out there. It's about to be some knife slaying. These old heads slaying at night.
Oh my godness, you are not going to believe this tea. Lil Meech just went off on 50 Cent, and honey, it is scalding hot. He's straight up accusing 50 of trying to have Big Meech taken out while he was behind bars. Can you even imagine? Word on the street is that Big Meech had to protect himself with a shank in prison. A shank. And apparently, the reason 50 sent his inside men after Big Meech, he thought Meech was snitching. And get this, rumors just started flying around that 50 Cent got hurt in some kind of shootout. Don't worry, that turned out to be completely fake, and 50 shut that nonsense down real quick. But let's be real for a second. This feels like the calm before the storm if Big Meech decides to clap back. And 50, he is not letting up. He's dragging Lil Meech into this whole mess too, calling him a rat just like his father. So what's actually true? What's totally fake? And just how deep does this beef really go? Let's spill all the tea. Ever since these snitching rumors started spreading like wildfire, people have been looking at Big Meech sideways. The streets do not play when it comes to those kinds of accusations, and things got so intense that Meech had to release a statement just to clear his name after getting trolled nonstop. But even with his side of the story out there, people weren't buying it, and the tension just kept building.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
And he went down. And when he went down, he and his brother were sentenced to 30 years in prison.
But if we rewind a bit, there was actually a time when Big Meech was trying desperately to get released early, and this was way before these snitching claims exploded everywhere. Back in 2020, when COVID was absolutely ravaging prisons, Meech filed for compassionate release. He claimed his health issues like hypertension and heart problems made him super vulnerable to the virus, but the feds, they weren't having any of it. A judge completely shut down his request, pointing to his long list of disciplinary problems in prison. We're talking getting caught with cell phones, weapons, and even substances. Meanwhile, his brother and BMF co-founder Terry Southwest T. Flannery managed to get out early in May 2020 because of his own health issues. Now, let's keep it 100. A lot of people believe Big Meech wasn't just trying to get out because he was worried about his health. The word is that these snitching allegations had already made their way inside those prison walls, and 50 allegedly had some people on the inside trying to jump him. Even Terrence Gangsta Williams, who did time with Meech, backed this up in an interview. He said Meech was usually just a cool, low-key dude, but there was this one time he had to gear up, grab his knife, and prepare for battle.
One of his guys got into a fight, and by him being the face of the franchise, he had to go out there, and that's how the fight had popped off. And one of my Muslim brothers, they all went back to the unit, and they went to go gear up. So the whole South came together for Big Meech.
But before things could pop off in the yard, the guards swooped in and grabbed him, and after that, Meech completely disappeared for a while, reportedly for his own protection.
To the side, he said, "What's your name?" He said, "Demetrius Flannery." And he pat Meech down. He told me to go back to the unit. I was happy because I had the weapon on me. Went back to my unit, they locked Big Meech up, and I didn't see Big Meech no more after that.
And that wasn't even the end of it. Later, word got out that Meech was rolling deep inside. We're talking about being surrounded by up to 25 guys, all of them with BMF tattoos on their necks. Now listen, you don't move like that unless you're expecting serious problems, and with all the failed hits that supposedly went down, it's not hard to see why Meech felt like he needed that kind of protection.
I literally remember 25 guys after lunch will go to that rec yard with Big Meech. They're gonna take over the weight pile, they're gonna work out, they're gonna hit the weights, do their little workout, and then after that, Big Meech gonna, whoever got the wine, he gonna bottle the wine up, whoever cooking food, he gonna bottle the food up, and he gonna sit in the cell or hang out and just talk war stories.
This also explains why he pushed so incredibly hard for that early release. All those health claims, that might have just been a cover for the very real danger he was facing on the inside. Ever since this back and forth between Big Meech and 50 Cent kicked off, Lil Meech has been caught in the crossfire. It all started when 50 said he was thinking about canceling the BMF show just so Meech Jr. wouldn't keep collecting those checks. And as if that wasn't enough, 50 went on to claim that Lil Meech had some serious substance issues, saying the dude was showing up on set with a little more than he could handle. Things apparently got so bad that he had to be sent to rehab, and 50 Cent's the one who paid for it. And here's where it gets even messier, because Brick Baby came through and basically co-signed everything 50 said. In a recent Vlad TV interview, Brick Baby claimed he's hung out with Lil Meech and said point blank, Lil Meech is a substance addict. That's a bold statement, but it didn't stop there.
Big Meech, a dude that I was up under when I was 17, and I seen him and his dad hates and all that, but I didn't know him.
Wait.
His dad hates users.
Brick Baby also spilled all the tea on how Big Meech supposedly feels about his son's behavior. According to him, Big Meech looks down on substance use, and seeing his son caught up in that lifestyle really disappointed him. Word is Big Meech was also furious because when he checked in on his son's finances, he found Lil Meech was broke, spending all his money on designer clothes and somehow going from having $5 million to absolutely nothing.
I feel like Meech came home and felt like his son was a failure as far as what was going on.
A
He's
failure?
broke.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
You're broke. No, hold on. You're broke after $5 million and you gotta have it in the clothes habit, but you don't got nothing saved up, and you Big Meech son, you haven't found a way to run it up and take our name, and you gotta think what I'm saying as a failure.
But despite all this drama, Lil Meech is still standing 10 toes down with his father. Recently, he posted a picture with Big Meech and captioned it, "Death before dishonor." And if that's not a crystal clear message, I don't know what is. It's obvious he's riding for his dad, no matter what's being said in these streets. Now, this loyalty might be exactly why 50 is coming for Lil Meech too, labeling him a snitch just like his father. See, the BMF series is based on the accounts of Tammy Cowens, who Big Meech sold his life rights to. Tammy and Big Meech reportedly had a falling out, and that's when she allegedly ran straight to 50 and spilled everything about Meech's supposed snitching ways. Even Tona Welch, often called the First Lady of BMF, claimed she saw Tammy Cowens snitching to the feds, and get this, it was allegedly all under Big Meech's orders to cut down his sentence. Word is Tessa even confronted Tammy about it, and things got so heated that they almost got her locked up again while she was still on parole.
All you did is start writing a man, and this man befriended you, gave you his life rights. And just because you've been a government informant since 2008, this woman is finished to take my life away from me. Take my whole life. I did my time. Out of them 200 people, none of them said I'm on their paperwork.
And it looks like 50 isn't done dragging this out. He's been teasing a whole documentary about it. He even posted on his IG, "The truth and nothing but the truth. Tammy Cowens coming soon." And y'all already know when 50 decides to get petty, he does not let up. 50 kept the heat coming with even more posts, and this time he went all in on Lil Meech. He posted pictures from the BMF show, but in every single pic, he had altered Lil Meech's face. And if that wasn't enough, 50 hit one of the captions with, "This is fire, why this ninja got to be a rat man? Damn." Catch BMF the final season. And if you thought it couldn't get any messier, it does, because Lil Meech was recently spotted hanging out with Rick Ross, 50's longtime nemesis. Floyd Mayweather was right there with them too, partying it up in the club. Now, y'all know how the internet gets. People immediately started speculating that this meetup wasn't just about popping bottles. Rumors flew that they were plotting a hit on 50 Cent as payback for how he'd been dragging their names through the mud. And to add even more fuel to the fire, Floyd reportedly gave Lil Meech some stacks during that night out, and Lil Meech made sure everybody knew. He went straight to Instagram, flaunting that money and tagging Floyd like it was nothing. With all this chaos brewing, it's no wonder the internet went into overdrive. Suddenly, reports popped up claiming 50 Cent had been injured in a shootout, and people immediately thought it had something to do with this ongoing beef. But of course, 50 wasn't about to let that slide. He shut those rumors down real quick, hopping on Instagram with a screenshot of the viral TikTok that cited TMZ as the source. source. And in true 50 fashion, his caption read, "Don't worry, I'm going to make it because this is fake news." And it's no wonder 50's been going in on Lil Meech too, because in his eyes, Lil Meech is a snitch just like his pops. And let's be real, even if 50 did pull some strings to get at Big Meech, he's been super vocal for years about how he doesn't gangbang or mess with that street life anymore. But with Lil Meech out here keeping this drama alive and airing out allegations, it's like he's dragging 50 right back into the mess. And we all know that's a fast track to a RICO case. This situation is getting way too messy, and it feels like it's only getting worse from here. But now I've got to ask y'all, do you think 50 Cent really had inside men go after Big Meech in jail? Or is this whole thing just some wild rumors that got blown out of proportion? And what's up with Lil Meech? Is he really standing by his pops? Or is 50 right about him too? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe so you never miss an update. Because when it comes to 50 Cent, you just never know what's going to happen next. It's going to happen next.